Healthy. This is a show where we take your favorite recipes and convert them to plant-based recipes to make them a little tastier and to dramatically boost their health. So today on the show, we're going to do something a little different. I'm actually not making a recipe at all, but I'm going to risk embarrassment and judgment, and I am finally going to give you a tour of my pantry. Hey guys, you're gonna see in my pantry that I am not 100% plant-based. I still have a little bit of this journey to take too, and isn't it all about progress and not perfection? So definitely you don't have to be critical because I already know that I am not perfect. My hope for doing this is so that you can take a couple ideas, put them in your kitchen so that you can cook more efficiently and make it easier for yourself to prepare plant-based meals. So let's get started.
We built out a spice rack that's right underneath our stovetop so you can easily access all the spices. I seem to have quite a bit of spices. You may have more, you may have less, but you can put them in a place that's easily accessible and easy to see and easy to read. And I kind of nerded it out a little bit, and I did these in alphabetical order. Some of them might be a little bit out of order. You can do that, or even put the ones that you use most often up front and easy to grab. Right next to my stove, I have a cabinet full of vinegars down here and flavoring. So there's some liquid smoke there. I got this vegan Worcester sauce. I never can say that right. Balsamic vinegar. I use just these for salads because sometimes I'm too lazy to make salad dressing, so I'll get the flavored ones. You can see here, and there are some oils back here. Honestly, I've had that oil in there for probably 5 or 6 years, and occasionally I'll use a smidge of olive oil. So again, I'm not perfect. I do have a few, and once a year when I try to bake, I use a little bit of that too. And up here, I just have spices that would not quite fit into my spice drawer, or just some overflow. So the breakfast bar here, where we can make coffee, and then people can prepare cereals and oatmeal, and then a cabinet for kind of the toppings for salads and cereals and oatmeal and things like that. So there's a lot of nuts. I have a whole shelf of nuts and seeds, and these containers I got at the Container Store. I love that they're just clear, you can see right through them. I have some of my, of course, nooch up here, peanut butter and almond butter, and nuts and seeds and dried fruit, and I have cocoa powder, some dairy-free chocolate chips for the kids for a little bit of oatmeal, chia seeds, peanut butter powder, and hemp seeds. So this has been really, really helpful, and it helps when you need something very quickly. Raisins up there too, makes it way more efficient. This cabinet, which is kind of in no particular place, but right next to my sink, I put the spices and some dried fruit. So I did clean this out, and it's still a little bit messy, but I have my overflow for nuts up here. I have a huge bag of dates for making energy bars or putting in smoothies. We have some brown rice, some white rice got snuck in there, some noodles, and I have my Asian noodles and some leftover rice up here. So since I don't have a walk-in pantry, we decided to make this cabinet with pullouts. You can see I have a drawer for pastas and sauces, and a drawer underneath here for cereals. A lot of oatmeal, we eat a ton of oatmeal. Steel cutouts, some whole wheat cereal, and some soy milk. I love these aseptic containers because I can just stock them up here. I don't have to worry about running out for milk or finding a place to put it in the fridge. And up here we have a pull-out, so I keep all of my beans and diced tomatoes, chickpeas, artichokes up there. It's great. I can't really see it up that high, so that was kind of a bad design part on my end, but it still works out pretty well. We can fit a lot of stuff in there. For that, I have a pull-out. Let me organize this just for you guys. I was able to put the names on. So I do have some flours. I try to get the more whole wheat, more low glycemic index flours like the almond flour, coconut flour, sorghum flour, things like that. But I do have some all-purpose flour that could last me all year because I rarely bake. Brown rice flour, some arrowroot starch, corn starch, and here are my baking powders and things I use to bake, like pumpkin and coconut milk and things like that. This is an Overflow Cabinet. Here I put a couple of the sugars that honestly will be in here for a couple of years. I don't use too much added sugars. As you know, in a whole food plant-based diet, that is not super good for you, but occasionally I do need them for a few recipes and a few sweets. Here we have more oatmeal. I stock up on this like crazy. It lasts forever and I hate running to the store. A big bag of rice I got at an Asian food market, which I thought is great because we use so much brown rice. Some more Asian brown Thai noodles, which are really good. And a few cornmeal things. And lastly, in kind of a weird spot next to the dishwasher, I have this really neat cabinet that has pullouts, and I put all my grains, other rice, and dried beans, lentils in here. I have a big bucket of quinoa, brown rice, and some dried beans, kashi, which is roasted buckwheat. And we can add that to cereals. We have yellow peas and some overflow here. I even have some sprouting seeds for broccoli when I get really ambitious. And this drawer I love because it's really pretty with a lot of colors. All kinds of colored lentils to try. We have freekeh, millet, wild rice farro, and I just put the names on the top so you can easily see what is in these and remember. And all I do is look up the cooking times instead of keeping the box because Google's great. And farro, delicious if you haven't tried that. And that's it. And that's it. I hope you liked my pantry tour. I was going to do my refrigerator, but I didn't have time to clean it out. It's a little bit of a disaster, so I will get to that at some point in some video. But hopefully you got a few ideas on how to organize things and a few takeaways. And that will make your life easier cooking plant-based recipes more quickly and more efficiently in the kitchen, so you will stick with it longer. And next time I will be back with more delicious recipes, converting your favorite recipes and swapping ingredients to make them plant-based and much, much healthier at the same time, making them just as tasty or if not more. So if you like these recipes and videos, please subscribe down below and give us a thumbs up, and I will see you next time in our next video. Thanks, guys.